Phelan, thank you very much indeed, and a very warm welcome to all of you at home, watching from wherever you might be across South Africa and some of the countries beyond our borders as well. Yeah, today we're in Limpopo province, we're in Polokwane, and we're talking to the Premier about the recently introduced Provincial Development Plan. Now, you all know the National Development Plan has pretty much become the plan for the country to take us forward. And what's flowed from that is that the provinces have had to come with their plans which kind of align themselves to the National Development Plan, and everybody in the province trickling down kind of needs to be part of that process. And the big themes, I guess, coming through from the Provincial Development Plan, the elimination of poverty, reducing inequality, improving the quality of life for all. And for the province to be able to do that, they're going to pretty much have to grow the province, its economy, and transform it right across the board. To do that, you need people, and so skills and education is going to be a very important aspect to that. Some of the pillars that we're going to be sharing with the Premier around mining, agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, SMEs, and cooperatives. But we're going to find out exactly how we're going to do this, because the province has had strategies before, it's had plans before. What's different about this one, and how is this one going to be the one that's going to transform the economy? Well, let's find out from the Premier of the Limpopo province, Premier Chubustani Mathabatha. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Peter, and good morning to you and the viewers at home.
All right, so Premier, it wasn't that long ago when you did your State of the Province address, and you had a big vision there, and you talked about the Provincial Development Plan. In essence, what is the plan?
Peter, as you would notice, or perhaps would know, Limpopo is a predominantly rural province. Limpopo is one of the provinces where poverty, or should I say people are still trapped in poverty in a very big way. Limpopo is one area which was used by the previous dispensation prior to 1994 as sort of a buffer zone, because they did not want it to be like your urbanized centers like Gauteng and the like, Durban and Cape Town, for the purposes of containing the aggression from outside, from the neighboring countries. As a result, development here was almost neglected. So inequality is vast. If you have the different racial groups and look at the wealth, the livelihood in what you would call your towns, your Polokwane, Tsanin, Mokopane, Begersfort and the like, and compare it to places like Aghanang, Sekhukhune and the like, you'll see what I'm talking about. So as a result, we said any plan that does not address the issue of inequality, that does not address the issue of unemployment, that does not address the issue of poverty, will not be relevant for the needs of the people of this province. So that is precisely what this Limpopo Development Plan is trying to address currently. So trying to address those three issues. But the manner in which we are trying to address it is what is different to all the plans that used to be there. We have been conducting studies in this province since 1994, which to me is like we have been making the diagnosis. But the remedies are something that we should be talking about now. Now, the Limpopo Development Plan is trying to come at that level of remedying the situation that I'm talking about.
All right, so you've mentioned there have been plans, Limpopo Economic Growth and Development Plan, Limpopo Provincial Growth and Development Strategy in the past. And I guess perhaps if we're going to be successful in this one, what were the learnings from the previous plans that are going to be different this time around? Because the people here are saying, look, It's 21 years down the line. Why should we believe Chupustan Mathabatha this time around?
Remember, the challenges that my predecessors were addressing may not be necessarily the same challenges that I'm addressing currently. What was taking place in 1994 when Premier Ngwakura Matlodi had just taken over the province, the situation today is far much different to the situation then. So he had different issues that he had to address. And I think the strategies and the plans that you are talking about, we're trying to address all those things. And this current strategy is trying to address the conditions of the time now. So hence we are talking about the structure of the economy, changing or perhaps reshaping the structure of the economy currently, looking at what my predecessors have already done of reopening, unlocking the mining capacity of this province. Remember, it was, at some stage, it was locked. Beggarsford, I think, had no mine. No, it had a mine. That time, I think it had closed down. But currently, I've got more than 15 mines in that area of Beggarsford-Dilokong corridor. The same thing would apply to Lephalale, where there was almost nothing. Currently, you've got a lot of capacity, mining capacity down there. Tourism capacities, they were not there. Currently, you've got a lot of tourism icons due to the Golden Horseshoe strategy, other strategies that my predecessors implemented in those strategies that you're talking about, provincial growth and development strategy and the like. So ours now is to say these things have now been unlocked, but the structure of the economy remain the same, resource-based economy. So we want to add or perhaps bring a new dimension to that and make it both a resource-based economy but also a knowledge-based economy, where industrialization and beneficiation becomes the key factor. And we think in that way we will be in the position to can unlock the poverty trap that I was talking about.
All right, in a short while we're going to get comments from the public and people asking questions here, but perhaps in summary, how did this plan come together? Is this a plan that everybody is behind? Because if it's going to work, everybody needs to be part of it, input in it, and believe in it.
From 1994, the entire country, including this province, decided to take a path that says every development in this country shall be integrated development. Every plan that takes place in this country shall emanate out of participatory democracy ethos, where you get ideas from all sectors, you involve all the sectors, so that everybody in this province must be in the position to can say, I can relate to this plan. This is my plan. I understand what this plan is intending to achieve because I was part of drawing this plan. We have done that, exactly that. These MECs and the officials on the ground have been running around, and we also convened a summit, an economic summit in this province that adopted this plan. In fact, debated it thoroughly and ultimately adopted it. But at the end of the day, when we respond to questions, you'll see, Peter, I've got MECs and officials here. They are the people who are doing the job. I would say I am doing the job through them. Mine is just to take credits, and they are the ones who are doing the job.
All right, so what we've been able to do, Premier, is we went out onto the streets just to get a sense of what people are thinking and saying, particularly given this provincial development plan had a summit at the end of last year to bring all the stakeholders together. So let's just play this clip and just get a sense of what people are saying on the ground. This is their thoughts.
For me,
the State of Nation address there at Parliament, provincial address. He talk about this plan. He say it's underway. It has been developed by stakeholders, and we as business people, we know nothing about that development plan. We don't know which stakeholders, when it comes to business people, participated in that development plan of them.
For me, let's implement the national development plan and make sure that we stimulate the growth in the economy. Young people need jobs. Old people need houses and so forth and so forth. So we can only do that in terms of the proper implementation of the ANDP.
So we can't just depend on the government. We must make sure that we also do things for ourselves.
They don't care. They don't come to the people, but they're just staying at the legislature. They don't come to the people and check how people are living and how people are doing in their lives.
When it comes to the skills, I'm quite confident that our province is progressing very well on the ground.
We're not going to better life for all. It's about better life for all. Mara, get better life for why we don't go. We're not going to as a better life.
My message for the Premier, what you must start with, just create more jobs for the youth.
When they campaign for voting again, they usually go house to house and listen to people's problems. So now that we have voted, they don't come and visit and ask what's going on. Maybe if they could pay a visit, so where they will know what's happening around the province.
On the street, there are many selling different products. Like those are washing the cars on the street. I wish they could give them the permits so that they will operate on the street.
All right, so those are just a few of the thoughts of the people in this province of Limpopo on the ground. And we're going to take a quick break because I think the Premier needs to digest some of the things that he's just heard. And then we'll get a response from him right after this. Stay with us.